My name is Darasimi Makinde. I'm a game designer for Marmalade Game Studio. From an early age, I've always been into stories and universes and immersing myself in a completely different world. Game designer's role in a studio is to come up with what makes the game a game. A designer needs to have a really good imagination, a really good skill set. They need to be able to just come up with stories and tell mechanics, and that's not something you can necessarily teach. With my course's engineering sort of slant towards game development, it meant that I was able to quite practically prototype and test my ideas and actually see if they worked. Working in this industry puts you in a company of very interesting people with wildly different disciplines, and ranging from artists to musicians to programmers. Currently I'm working on a zombies game called Rise. It is a sort of first-person shooter, barricade holdout game. You're this lone survivor going up against hordes of zombies. We all love games, which means that we really want to share this passion. The idea that so many people are going to be tuning into this game and sort of sharing our joy with us, it gives you a sense of pride. At the same time, you also feel very responsible to make sure everything works the way it's meant to. In an industry that is both very technical but also very collaborative, it's very important to be able to just have an open conversation with people. What makes this office a lot of fun is the fact that we don't need to wear suits into work. We're all very casual. You're here to do a job, but you're here to enjoy your job. This industry requires a lot of education, a lot of teaching, a lot of techniques to be passed on. I found that the best way to do that was to study in a university. If I tried to go through any other avenues, I imagine I may have got there eventually, but I felt like being in an environment where I can have access to the latest software, have access to the latest tutorials, and great industry connections, brilliant lecturing, and having easy access to all those resources meant that once I got my degree, I already had a base level of knowledge that would have been a lot more difficult to acquire otherwise.